welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about tips you can use during your Cancun, Mexico vacation. So in the background you're seeing some footage of me on my vacation in Mexico. We're going to get started with the first tip, which is knowing the language. It's important to know the language if you're going to leave the hotel zone, at least some basic things to get you by, because obviously you're in a Spanish speaking country and not everyone's going to know English. Inside the hotel zone, I feel like you're okay. Most people know some English, unless you're taking a taxi cab, that's a hit or miss. All right, so next one would be cash is king. Mexican pesos is king, not US dollars, Mexican pesos. So the exchange rate changes daily. When I was there, it was 20 Mexican pesos to $1 US. The thing is, though, if you go to a restaurant, some mom and pop places, they might be like, our set rate is 18 Mexican pesos to $1 US. And you might lose money if you don't use Mexican pesos, if you use US dollars. So just make sure you have Mexican pesos. But you can use US dollars. Make sure if you want to go to ATM that you don't have to worry about foreign exchange fees, and maybe you can get ATM rebates. So check your bank, your financial institutions before you go. Obviously let them know you're going to Mexico so they don't shut you off if you need cash, okay? But it's best to get Mexican pesos before you come to Mexico. Just saying. Everything's a dollar. So, if you're going on excursions and things like that, you're going to have local people like, oh, $1, $1, showing you this little necklace, showing you whatever, the potion, whatever they're showing you. Just say no, it's not worth $1. It's very cheaply made. Just don't bother. It's not worth $1. If you just want to donate $1 to them, whatever, whatever floats your boat, but it's just not worth it. Okay, transportation in Cancun. Bus is best. Bus is best. Because it's only 12 Mexican pesos for one way. Less than $1. It's crazy. It's like 50 cents, right? So just do that. It's very convenient. Comes every minute. Some buses come every 5, but it's very convenient. You could use a taxi cab, but you're looking at basically US type of prices for those taxi cabs. Keep that in mind if you decide to do a taxi cab. All right, bring your own sunscreen. It's expensive in Mexico. You could also bring your own bug spray. That's what I did too. All right, some things might be obvious right now, but I'm going to say it anyway. Don't drink the water. I mean, I use the water to brush my teeth, but I don't drink the water. Don't drink the water. Don't flush the toilet paper. Just don't. Okay. So let's say you're in the Cancun airport. You do not have transportation, unfortunately, because this is what happened to me. And you walking on by. You have this chick come up to you and she's all like, oh, do you need transportation? She's asking you all these questions. She's talking to you. That most likely is someone trying to reel you in to get you to get a day pass at another hotel. Then you pay money for the day pass, and they said they reimburse you, which they will. But then they're like, oh, you can get 50% off of any activities if you book it through us. You may not want to go through all that, especially if you're only there for a few days. Just say no. Don't bother. They're just trying to sell you something similar to a timeshare. Just don't bother. Just go straight to just leave the airport and figure out your transportation from there. It's best to figure out your transportation before you even get to Cancun. Just saying. To save yourself the headache, try to see if your hotel will pick you up. Just try to figure out something in advance. Okay, what was my other tips? All right, the amusement park. So I went to explore. Okay, there's a bunch of different types of amusement parks throughout Riviera Maya, and I went to explore. Explore had the zip lines and kind of like the fake caves and stuff. It was really fun. However, they try to sell you a package. They try to sell you photos. Don't bother. I wouldn't bother because I paid $80 for 12 pictures. Yeah, you heard me right. $80 for 12 pictures. Because I wasn't going picture crazy. And on top of that, they gave me pictures of other people. I'm like, that's not even me. These white people ain't me. It's white people. They were not me. I have have a white husband, but two white people, that's not me. Anyway, that annoyed me a little bit. All right, so let's just move on from that. Just don't buy the pictures. So the thing about transportation that I've noticed, it depends on what season you go to Cancun. In March, I had no problems with transportation getting to different excursions, okay? When I booked Explore and used their transportation, it took me, I want to say, about almost 4 hours to finally get in that amusement park and start my day, okay? So I only really had like 5 hours in the amusement park. So keep that in mind. And it was in Playa del Carmen, and I was in Cancun. It took us about 2.5, maybe 3 hours just to get to Playa del Carmen, and then took me about an hour to even just get into the amusement park and start doing the fun stuff. So please keep that in mind when you go. Just keep in mind because the traffic was just so bad because of construction season. So keep that in mind, okay? If you're vegan, just stay outside the hotel zone. There's not a lot of vegan options in the hotel zone. So if you're vegan, it's best to try to stay outside the hotel zone. If you need to call toll free, like a toll free 1-800 number, maybe you need to call your bank, use calling a 1-800 number, use Skype. It's free. Obviously, you can use WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, those kinds of things. If you're in a hotel, you have free Wi-Fi. So just use those things. All right, y'all. I think that's all my tips for today. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can post them down in the comments below. I do see all the comments. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.